Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm covering new stuff coming here from Germany. I'm in contact with a lot of people sharing their opinion about Tesla, and so I have interesting surveys I want to share with you, and we will look into the strategy with new factories because Elon has mentioned something very, very good here. So Model Y from Germany or China. I made a survey on Tesla Mac. You see the name of my channel here, and it has 1,170 votes, and that is like a range where you say, well, that is something you can share. This is very important to consider. And 78% said yes, they want one from Germany and not from China. So if you take that, it really proves that people are waiting. People are waiting for Grünheide, and also, most people are actually ordering or waiting for a Model 3. So the demand for the Model 3 is higher than for the Model Y. This is clearly showing the trend for smaller vehicles, for cheaper vehicles in Germany. And this is a clear survey here. Even 1,800 people voted here. And for the Model Y, China or Grünheide, Germany, I find that very important to understand. Many people do know now they get the battery here from Nevada, which we do see here, the 2170 cells. They will get that into the Model Y, and despite that, people are saying, I want to have a Model Y from Germany and not from China. So this clearly shows what Troy Teslac was showing as well in the backlog, that we have seen that the backlog for the European countries is not as big as, for example, for the US market when we look into the Model Y long range here, or the Model Y orders for the Chinese market. And this clearly shows, if you're outside from Germany, please share your opinion. If you're from Europe, if you agree that you wait for a Model Y from Germany. And I find that very important to understand that there is a huge demand, but many people are saying, well, I want one, but they didn't even order one yet. So we might have a theoretical demand here, a theoretical backlog that is not even considered once Grünheide is starting, and we should take that into consideration for 2022. I do expect insane demand for the Model Y long range. The performance variant, on the other hand, will sell very well, but again, it's a premium model, it's a premium price for many people in Europe. Then looking into Troy Teslac here, we do have a strategy change, and I didn't notice that actually, but in the earnings call at minute 35:48, you hear Elon Musk clearly is talking about, yes, we could increase capacity in factories, but he mentioned something very important. And this is really like into the direction of Amazon. Amazon is building warehouses everywhere to connect with the customers as fast as possible. And here we have Fremont on the left side, Austin in the middle. And there must be another factory happening at some point in the United States at the East Coast. So you have clearly the shortest way of any car maker out there to connect with your customers, produce the car in a few hours, and then send the car directly to the customers at some point in the future when the backlog is not that big anymore. And for China, Tesla could build a second factory, for example, in Chongqing or Chengdu, to cover the west side of China, and Shanghai is covering the coastlines and up to Beijing. They could even build a third factory up in Beijing, theoretically. It would make a lot of sense for Tesla to build smaller factories, but then be closer to the customers, being faster to the customers. And that is what we can hear out of Elon Musk, where he says, well, we can increase capacity, but it's not all about capacity. It is about the distance to the customers, guys. And this is something we should really consider when it comes to new factories. So there could be new factories at a much higher rate. They could build 3 factories at the same time, or 4 if it's just a bit smaller and concentrates on the Model 3 and the Model Y, and it is a smaller one, maybe 300K, 400K, but they are very fast to deliver cars to customers, faster than any other car company out there. And this is something we should take into consideration when it comes to the strategy in the future, by having a great customer service and a great experience and a great speed to send the car to customers. Nevertheless, we still know Tesla is already one of the fastest delivery companies in the world right now. There is no other company delivering cars as fast as Tesla, even though the delivery times are already pretty long. Then we are looking into a new research in Japan. We see here that there was a research achieving 2 times the energy density of the battery in the Model 3. It is about 500 watt hours per kilogram. So this looks pretty good. There are scientists saying if you could really, in the reality and in practice, reach these kind of numbers and these figures, EV planes, as these startups are really hyped about, could actually be possible for shorter distances if you have such a battery achievement. Again, we do know a lot of companies, a lot of research happening around batteries, so we still have to take that in courtesy and just stay calm, because we know a lot of people like to have attention around success in the battery segment without delivering any results in the future, so have still to take that into consideration. Then Vuva here clearly shows us from 2 days ago a big amount of cars being shipped away. These 2 transporters, or these cargo ships here, car ships, are actually already on their way to Singapore and then continuing to Europe as far as I know. And we have as well more cars actually coming to the shipping dock here. Yesterday there was, as I mentioned, another ship arriving. So this is like a prime time happening here right now for Q1. A lot of cars being shipped abroad. There was actually new numbers coming from China. Close to 19,000 cars sold in the first month in China alone. This is a new record. It is a nice growth rate towards last year. Again, it is the first month of the year. It is directly in front of the Chinese New Year. We have to check how this is evolving in the next few days, if it's getting a bit more calm in the factory here. If you're from Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and German speaking, you can follow me on Evolution and my podcast in German, Tessie Supply. I would be glad to have you over there. So thank you very much for following my channel, and take care, and see you back tomorrow.